So welcome to our camp. This is our 21st annual camp, and we are getting better and bigger every year. What makes our camp special is actually we're the only camp in Indiana that's designed specifically for kids who have a hearing loss who use spoken language to communicate. So there are several other camps, but no one's just like us because all these kids listen and speak. They wear hearing aids and cochlear implants, and they go to regular schools. This is only our second week-long camp, so we've been doing it for 21 years, but it was only 2 years ago that we got some grant funding that allowed us to extend it to a week-long. And now we have those funders telling us they're going to be here every year for us. This is something they see as worthwhile, and so we know we're going to be here for years and years to come. So like a typical camp, they get to do rock climbing, archery, they do canoe rides, boat rides, fishing here, and swimming at the lake. They've gotten to go to the pool, but then we incorporate different leadership skills throughout that so that there's always fun with a purpose. There's always a goal for each activity, whether it's today at the rock climbing wall, having, that camper's goal, for instance, was to get to the top, and maybe he couldn't do it on the first day, but today we went back out and gave him that boost and let him get there, and that really builds their self-confidence. Yesterday we had the older kids did a workshop on self-advocacy because we know it's really important for these kids in school to succeed. They have to be their own best advocate. They have to be willing to raise their hand and say, Ms. Hensley, I can't hear you. You just, you turned away from me. Can you repeat that? They have to be willing to do that in the real world. And so here we give them a safe place to try out those skills, and hopefully they'll continue to do that when they go back to school.
My title, I'm Miss Hoosier Heartland. I'm a local title holder as a part of the Miss America organization, and I'm a part of the Miss Indiana program. I'm a Purdue University student going to graduate school to get my doctorate in audiology so I can become an audiologist. These kids are awesome, and I've had a blast hanging out with them.
Hey! She has veneers. We just found each other.
I think they'll tell you, if you ask them, that really the friendship is the biggest thing. Knowing somebody else who's just like them goes a long way.
Meeting people just like me, making friends. And I like coming back as a chaperone to see the other kids and being a good role model to them.
Obviously there's costs associated with the staff and the lodging and the food and the training that goes behind having a successful camp. We here in Indiana, though, feel like it's such an important part. We subsidize the camp 50%. So we've got some campers here who are on partial assistance and some who are here completely free. As long as they tell us what they need, then we're here to help them. Today, one of the little boys who came for the day to visit to see if he's going to want to come when he gets a little older was sitting we were in a shelter together. And I looked over at him and I said, isn't it kind of cool to see all these kids with hearing aids? And he said, yeah, I thought I was the only one. So I thought that just put it perfectly. I mean, here's this little 5-year-old who's saying exactly why we're here. And it's so that these kids don't think they're the only one, that there's someone out there just like them. We're all different in different ways, and they've had a great time. So it's pretty cool. They did some skits earlier, and just seeing them stand up and have the self-confidence and the leadership to get in front of a group like this and speak, that's something that a lot of these kiddos wouldn't do the first year they came to camp, but now they've been coming back. They really are excited about it. At the end of camp, we give the campers a survey, and we also give their parents a survey. I think 98% last year said they wanted to come back to camp. So to me, that's the best marker of success ever.
Are you going to come back next year?
Yes. Yep.
We are
doing kids differently.
For more information about this camp, go to hearindiana.org. That's hear, H-E-A-R, like the ear, Indiana, spelled out, .org.